Yeah, I've got a bobber on the end. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun. That's all that matters.
Waking up to a couple of squirrels squeaking at one another here.
Either way, even if I don't catch anything like I always don't, great day.
This is a what I'm doing channel, not a how-to channel.
Made it. If you like the content, go ahead, like, subscribe, and like I said, do comment. It'd be great if you could do that. Thanks. Hey, and welcome back to A Rat Mountain Life, where we adventure, build, and explore. I'm Jordan, and today we are going out to Lake City, Colorado. There's a lake up there called San Cristobal. Just gonna take the little floaty boat out, head up there for a few days, maybe do some fishing, maybe do some hiking, we'll see. It is about 80 degrees, it'll be a little cooler up there in Lake City, and we'll see what kind of adventure and fun we can find up there. Making it into Lake City here. Beautiful little town. Really only been here in the winter. Should be fun to see it in the summer. So over there is the Lake City ski hill, which is a tiny little ski hill here, just locally. I think you can even rent it out for X amount of dollars. I don't know how much it is. Kind of a cool thing that you can rent out a ski area. We're here at Lake San Cristobal, which is very beautiful. I'd only seen this in the winter, like I said, so pretty cool to see it in the summer. See if we can go find a campsite around here. There's not too much dispersed camping. I don't think there's any actually around here, so we'll see if there's a site in the campsite that is designated. I found a decent little site up here in the trees around the lake, and just gonna set up my tent and hang out for the night, cook some food, and just chill for a bit. Well, I decided I'm gonna go down to the lake, try to swim a little bit, get the dust off of me, and do a little bit of fishing. Probably not successfully again, but maybe, we'll see. Well, this was the best access point without people around. It's not so bad up here, actually. Well, really pretty out that way. There's it's like an island that goes across to the middle. Guess there's some houses over there, but cool area overall. Oh, that's cold. Well, it's a chilly one, but Lake San Cristobal, pretty cool. Do some fishing. I don't know what bait I have on here or anything. No idea. Just trout stuff. Well, as usual, kind of got skunked again in the fishing.
Well, good morning from the tent. Went to bed last night. As you can hear, I'm waking up to a couple of squirrels squeaking at one another here. Oh, they stopped. Nope. Still going. Gonna go out, get out on the lake today, take the boat out there, do some fishing, and then I don't know for sure yet, but I think I'm gonna go try to climb a couple 14ers that haven't done yet. Squirrels are still going at it, squeaking. I'll get going for the day.
All right, let's get out and face the day in Excelsior or something like that. Looking like a nice day out overall. Should be a good day. So I'm a big fan of keeping, as best as I can, a organized, like, button-down campsite. Because honestly, it's just easier to find stuff. It looks like you know what you're doing a little more, and it's kind of a good thing, just in general. I always tell my kids, this is sort of what a good campsite should look like overall. I'm making breakfast, or at least coffee right now. Tent's pretty well buttoned up. At night, I have that either rolled up or cinched down or zipped up. Back of the truck, still pretty organized for the most part. And then over here, kind of set up. And this is, again, not dispersed camping. This is pay camping here, but you kind of see, just everything's in its right place for the most part. It's all put together. Looks like coffee's almost done. Just a few things if you're going camping. Don't make it a giant junk show if you can help it. It happens. I have kids, as you've seen. It's absolutely a junk show sometimes, but we try to reorganize and get things done in the morning. Been using this coffee concentrate stuff, and I'm the last person to ask about the quality of coffee, but my wife even says it's pretty good, so if that's the case, she's kind of a coffee snob, so. When my wife actually says it's decent coffee, trust it, because the only thing we have in our house is an espresso machine. I don't know how to use the dang thing, so my wife is the one that makes the coffee, because I only know how to use a drip coffee thing. Anyways, all that to say, the concentrate thing, pretty good. So I just kind of thought of this because my campsite neighbors here are running their generator, which I don't care, it doesn't matter to me. Totally fine, and there's absolutely a time and a place to use a gas generator. However, gas is far more efficient generally, much better option for some off-grid stuff, especially as a backup or as a addition to solar and hydro or anything like that as well. However, I do want to show you, I have this little Bluetti station. I'm not sure if I've shown it before. I actually got this thing back in 2020 when it was on a Indiegogo starter, Kickstarter type thing. It's 2 kilowatts or so of power, but I'm using it right now, powering up mobile Starlink for my purposes, truck camping, things like that. Charging up GoPro batteries, easily running the Starlink. Right now we're taking all of 60 watts, 59, and you can turn on AC and DC modes, but if you're having one of these little systems, you have to know its limits and know what it's being used for. But it's really good. Like I said, this is the original prototype model that I got on a Indiegogo starter a while back, 2020. So I've had this now for, 5 years, and it's really been good. It's been functioning, it's been great. Bluetti, if you're watching, if you're interested, I wouldn't mind testing out a new model, so just saying. What I can do though is I'd like to get panels mounted up on my roof, which is not hard to do. I'm definitely going to do it on my work trailer. So if you're interested at all, Bluetti is I can say at least, is a reliable brand. I'm sure there's other ones too that are pretty good. I would say make sure you're being careful though. Make sure you're getting something that has a good BMS, MPPT controller. I'm not the expert by any means on solar. Like I've always said, this is a what I'm doing channel, not a how-to channel. I heard somebody say
one of the YouTube people, but I kind of like it. It's a good phrase. What I'm doing, not a how-to channel. You can get some ideas if you want, but as another one of my favorite YouTube channels says, that we don't learn anything from this channel. We're just doing stuff. You're watching, you're not learning anything from this. If you're interested at all, it's a good setup. So I'd highly encourage checking them out to see what works for you.
Well, I'm headed into town here just to check it out and maybe get a little bit of pre-made breakfast burrito, something like that. Then I'll probably go out and hit the lake. Down here in downtown Lake City, the old big city here. I've always really liked this little town. Just got this burrito from the Wagon Wheel Feed Company. Looks really good. Give you a ton of burrito too, so kind of awesome. If you're in Lake City, might as well come here. I'll tell you how it goes. Turns out the burrito is excellent, and I would absolutely recommend it. So, well done, Wagon Wheel Feed Company. Well, that's not right. Well, just went and got my boat inspected. It is a boat, it's just an inflatable boat. But these people here were really cool about it. All they had to do was check the motor and just make sure that it was good. I can go launch over closer to my campsite, so I don't have to worry about coming back here. Well, there's this great little day spot down here. Just sort of climb over a little bit of rock to get down it, but should be okay. Just don't put her sideways. You do have skid plates, so that's good at least. There it is. Back into here, should be a great little spot. Unfortunately, this is not a camping area. It'd be great if it was, but it's just a day use area. So, cool spot to come, pull your truck down, hang out, unload, but you can't camp down here. This Newport 62 electric trolling motor. Pretty fun. It works really well with this inflatable Intex boat. It's not super fast or anything, but it gets you around. It's much better than paddling. So what I do is put the trolling motor or battery in here. This gives it a little bit of splash and water resistance when you're out there. So I tie it up to the back of the engine block. Full jerry rig, but it works. Let's go fishing. And now for the long slog down. Jerry rigging's the name of the game. Pretty much always for me, but certainly today. It's really not too far, but it's far when you're carrying everything down. That's all right though. So pretty out. Such a nice day. So the other thing is you can carry this electric motor a little ways, which kind of gives you somewhat of an advantage over a trailered boat. Disadvantage being, well, probably everything else. There's a little spot where I can blow it up. Trip number 1 down.
Might as well get some workout in. I'm gonna be fishing. Might as well get a workout in. Oh, boat. Yeah, I've got a bobber on the end. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun. That's all that matters. And we are off. Very pretty lake out here for sure. I've got an algae fish. All I ever catch, algae fish. So I gotta try somewhere else. Suppose they like those little pockets over there. When I head over to the little island over there. Man, either way, even if I don't catch anything like I always don't, great day. It's so nice to just be out here, honestly. Deciding if I have the muster to try to do a 14er tomorrow or if I just want to relax. No, I'll probably end up trying to do a 14er. I'm gonna try to catch something else today. We'll see how it goes. See if I can get myself back into the boat here, but I'm gonna try to jump out and take a swim. Ooh, a little chillier out in the middle. Oh man, that's cool. Ooh, chilly. It is a toasty one out here for sure. Definitely feels good. Water feels great out here. See any fish down there? Because I haven't caught any. It's kind of chilly in the middle of the lake, but once you get used to it, not too bad. Just jump in and go. Especially August, it's pretty nice. Gotta get myself back in here. It's always a whole thing to get back into a raft. Made it. The whole thing to get back into a raft. Maybe these guys will like green and silver. I don't know. They haven't liked anything else I've put out there. Of course, I probably have the jankiest setup ever. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing fishing. It's not super stable, but you can stand it in this boat. Probably not advised. Again, what I'm doing channel, not a how-to. Well, I might call it quits for now on the fishing. I'm gonna go into the shore for a bit, grab some lunch. And maybe come back out after lunch. Just relax and eat a little bit here. Well, after 3 days of boating, my motor battery finally ran out.
kind of tested it to its limits, thankfully. I saw it going down. I guess the one thing I'd say is when you see it going down even on one piece of battery on the indicator light, start heading back. Thankfully I was pretty close. Yeah. Saw it and started heading back. Right back where we started. Not bad though. I was out for a few hours, running at full throttle, which isn't fast, but it worked. I'm pretty impressed with it. If you want to go fast, it's not your boat or your motor, but you just want to troll around, it's not the worst. So I always keep a set of oars in the boat too. I believe in this case they're oars because you're on a rig and paddling with two of them. Or a paddle when it's a single one, I'm pretty sure. Well, it got out of the lake and I was on a phone call for a little while, then storm rolled in and just started raining, so I went in the tent, organized my stuff for tomorrow, and I think tomorrow I'm gonna go climb a 14er. Haven't decided which one yet, but there's a few of them here in this area. That'll be it for the short little couple day trip. It's a lot of fun getting out on the lake today and really enjoyable, just kind of hanging out, even though I didn't catch fish again. Might be the world's worst fisherman, we'll see, but definitely up there as a contender. Well, I don't know if you can see me or not because it's getting pretty dark at this point, but just decided to have some leftover mac and cheese and beef from another trip here. Trying to do just a quick dinner, get to bed early, and do the 14er tomorrow. Well, good morning. It's about 5:15 a.m. I'm gonna climb Handy's Peak today, so it should be a pretty easy hike overall. It's like a super easy hike up with a more gnarly trailhead road to get there. So the drive might take longer than the climb itself, but you know, this is one that it's kind of off by itself and sort of remote. It's a good chance to get up to one that I have not done before. Guess we'll get going and let's see how the day goes. So I'm leaving the lake now, got all packed up from my campsite and headed up to Handy's Peak. Seems like it's a class 3 drive to a class 1 hike, which basically just means hard drive, easy hike, but we'll see. So I may park a little bit further back, which will make it a harder hike, which I'd honestly probably prefer that just rather than tearing up my truck. We'll see when we get up there. It's supposed to be really pretty. So here we are driving along. Let's see if I can get it good. It's just kind of a one-lane road. The road itself really isn't too bad, but You know, it's just one of those one-lane mountain roads that kind of wind around, and if you end up coming and meeting somebody in the opposite direction, you got to do the back up and figure it out thing. But so far the road itself is not bad, and people are, hang on, I got a car passing me here. These little off-road vehicles, they just kind of zoom past everything, which is pretty cool to be able to use one of those. Right now it looks like there's a lot of clouds in the sky for this early in the morning, so we will see. Hopefully I can just zoom up there pretty quick. It never ends up happening that way, but you know, in my mind, I feel like I can. A few years ago, probably really could have, but in my mind, I feel like I can. We'll see if I can zoom up there, get up to the top of the peak, and see how it goes. Marmots. We're at American Basin. I'm up near Handy's Peak here. Very pretty. Actually don't even know or have a recognition of what Handy's looks like just looking around, but I'll figure it out here in a second when I end up stopping. We'll figure out where that route goes. It's a pretty basin. Oh, probably ought to stretch it out. All right. Old manness. It's catching up to me. Starting off, just getting going for the day. Headed up to Handy's. So there's the route. Looks like we head up there, swing around up this pass, hit the peak, and we'll head back down. This is quite the sign. Colorado 14ers Initiative doing that. The San Juans are just really pretty mountains. They weather up there. You see those rock faces. They weather, I think, at least in my experience, similar to like the Canadian Rockies or northern Montana. I don't know, there's a lot more like, I think the word is striations in the northern Rockies and Canadian Rockies and all that. But very cool. There's a section called the Little Switzerland of America, although the Cascades kind of take that title as well. But hard to breathe still. There's a section of the San Juans where it's called like the Little Switzerland, and I think it's over like Red Mountain Pass area, over Ouray to Silverton area. It's really pretty. You should check it out. Just glad I have a pooping tutorial on the way, so in case that happens, now I know. Up in this little basin area, in the upper portion, gone maybe, I don't know, mile and a half or so, but just feeling tired, but one foot after the other, and eventually it comes. All right, gonna keep going. we're getting there. There's Handy's up there. Kind of swing around the back side of it. This basin's really pretty though, really cool. Handy's is up over there. Working our way up to the top here. It's probably another half hour or so, I guess. I've learned over the years to always assume it's longer than you think, no matter which hike or climb or whatever. Well, just hitting the saddle here. You got a bunch of just the beautiful peaks in the San Juans there. I think I can see Sneffels off in the distance. Did that one a few years ago too. It's a pretty easy class 1 hike. I mean, I'm tired because I haven't been hiking like crazy all summer or anything, but you know, been doing enough and moving around, so don't feel it too much at this point now. Like I said, it's a class 3 drive to get to a class 1 hike. It's fun though. It's always good to be out. Getting here up to the summit. There are a good amount of people up on the peak up here. Just headed off of it, but heading down back to the truck. Like I said, it was, you know, I mean, it was probably harder than I made it sound, for sure. When I always get it in my head, it's gonna be super easy, but overall, really pretty easy hike with the class 3 drive. That's the thing I'm not looking forward to, is the drive back. Well, I glanced over this on the way up, but it's a really pretty lake down there. I may have to stop by and take an icy plunge if I can handle it. I don't know if I can, but I'm gonna try. Really nice day out. Weather held just fine, so I got up early finally. Normally I get up way too late with this stuff and end up cutting it too close, but got up early at the appropriate time and got up here, which was a good thing. I'm guessing there'll be some weather later today. I just kind of like these talus-y sections of the trail. They sound kind of cool. Well, the lake's coming up here soon, so that should be cool, quite literally. And I don't know if I'll be able to stand getting in there or not, but I think I'm gonna try. It's so pretty, might as well. What's the damage? How cold is it?
Well, she's shivering. That's a sign.
There you go. Well, I may try to get in. We'll see. Hey, pups. How you doing? All right. I am gonna try to go out here. Ooh, it's chilly. Gotta watch my feet in this mud too.
Yeah.
Don't want to cut anything.
Just because it's pristine doesn't mean somebody didn't hike in with a Molson and throw the bottle in.
Yeah. We going in? We going in?
Just trying to support your efforts.
Thank you. I appreciate the support. Oh man. I'm definitely coming out quick, I'll tell you that though. Chilly, chilly, chilly. Okay.
The knee hurts.
Yeah, I know. It's chilly.
Gemma's crying for you.
You got that nice fur coat, huh? I don't have one of those, just a little bit. Well, that was very cold in there, but glad I did it. Not as sweaty now, so that's good. And there's some clouds kind of coming together at this point, although the weather still seems to be pretty good. So should be back down to the truck and have pretty much an ideal day, as long as I don't bust up my truck on the road itself. For a lot of these, it's the drive to it that's the scariest part sometimes. You know, a lot of times, I don't know, it's just interesting. A lot of times when People ask me, in Colorado, we talk about, you know, going out to do this thing or that thing all the time. And there's this, I think I've talked about in other videos, but this idea of being buted is what this one article called it, where this guy moved to Cristobal, which is a mountain town. And he thought he was, you know, pretty good shape, pretty strong, whatever. And there were people just like passing him left and right. And he realized, oh, like this is a whole nother level here. And in some ways it kind of is. And I think that's true for a lot of places, and it looks different in a lot of ways. But the reason I sort of, I don't even talk about or think about that is people ask a lot of times, or question a lot of times, like why even do this stuff? I like Yvon Chouinard's sort of mentality of like, it's the conquerors of the useless. A lot of this stuff for the outdoors, including, he was specifically referencing climbing at the time, but you know, could be hiking, could be whatever, right? We're pushing ourselves in modern life, where honestly in modern life we get really soft, like really soft, myself included, very much. And I feel it creeping in, I feel it happening. And so that's part of what I crave and what I strive for when I go do things outside. It's like modern life itself has made things so much easier, and there's been so much good with that. We've healed so many like ailments and issues and diseases and things. Not all of them, still have a lot of work to do, but you know, life now relative to, you know, 100 years ago, just the amount of like just longevity of life, the ease of just everyday life, and the convenience of like everything at your fingertips in a developed country and world like, you know, the United States, where I live. There's plenty of others around the world too, but it's just kind of crazy, and you almost have to seek out challenge in your life, or at least I kind of go stir crazy, and I get soft, and I feel myself getting like, this isn't who I was made to be. This isn't the form I'm supposed to take as a human. I don't know if that makes sense. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But Teddy Roosevelt has this quote where he says, "We all either wear out or rust out. Every one of us. My choice is to wear out." Just this idea of something rusting out, right? It's been sitting around and hasn't been used. Whereas, you know, like a lot of my pairs of pants, or, you know, different things that you might use, or a tool or whatever, just gets so beat up over time that it's no longer gonna function like it used to, but it functioned how it was supposed to for the duration of its life. And I think that, I don't know, that's what I try to keep in mind doing this stuff, and staying out, staying at a place where I'm able to do it, and creating and carving out that time to do it, which I think is maybe the hardest thing of all of it. So just some thoughts. I haven't done any mountain musings for a while, so maybe I'll stick that in here, or maybe make it separate, I don't know. Well, on our way back, and I can see my truck down there. Almost there. Probably, I don't know, half mile maybe. It's all downhill in the easy part, so that was a good day. It was a lot of fun, and really was nice to come out and just go do some random adventuring, exploring, fun stuff for a few days. When I was out on the lake, just fishing, even though I'm a terrible fisherman and still didn't catch anything or even get a bite. I was just casting. But it was still fun to take the boat out too, and then come up here, climb a peak I hadn't climbed before, and see some areas and some places that I hadn't gotten to, which is great. If you like the content, just like always, you know, like, subscribe. I never say this, but, you know, comment. It does help with algorithm type stuff, which, whatever, you know, that stuff is just interesting. It would be nice to be able to make some money doing this, because the trips themselves and, you know, gear and all that does cost money. So even if I could just get to
point where I had enough views to do like replacement of the cost of the trips themselves, that would be awesome. But you know, if not, whatever. It's still fun. It's fun to look back and see different memories that you had on your own trips with the kids, trips with my whole family, building projects, all that fun stuff. So anyways, if you like the content, go ahead, like, subscribe, and like I said, do comment. It'd be great if you could do that, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.